Another thing that causes unnecessary bitterness is when somebody goes on the girls trip who really can't afford the girls trip, and then they are nitpicking every last bill. Like, you can't go out to dinner, you can't get an Uber without somebody arguing, oh, I shouldn't have to pay for this, I can't afford, I didn't get nothing but water, I can't go. Like, that will ruin a friendship. That will like make you like blacklisted from any other girls trip. So yeah, I feel like people just going on the trip who really can't afford it, like you overextended your budget with the flight and the hotel costs and you have no money for anything else. You don't need to go in the first place, you know? But yeah, like that will literally cause so much drama. Oh, I've seen it, I've heard of it. I'm just happy I haven't had to really experience it.
So I'm gonna do the story time because I just got back from Miami, and I really want to encourage other women who go on girls trips on how they should behave or how they should be ready to be prepared for this type of environment. So I went to Miami this past week. Everything was cool the first 4 days. The last day was weird. Cool. So the girl I went with, only reason I know her is because one of my LA homegirls that does content said we should link up. Cool. We linked up. The first time we linked up, good vibes. I trusted her enough to be like, if we go to Miami, it'll be cool. So if y'all want more details, comment, but I'm just going to get straight into it. Long story short, we get there. Literally, as soon as I walked in the house, she was like, this is my alcohol. I'm not sharing with nobody, and it is what it is. Okay, well, if you get money like that or you have money, like that shouldn't be a problem. So what do? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to order a bottle. So I ordered her own bottle, and I ordered the girls that were there a bottle too because they gave me shots as soon as I walked in. So the next day, like, she's just complaining the entire time. Like, I'm not planning nothing. Like, I don't want to be the host anymore. Just complaining about every single thing. Now, she had already made it pretty clear that she wasn't going to go to eat anywhere while we were in Miami. Okay, that's fine. Like, if we want to go eat, we'll just go eat. So I ordered some bananas because I'm trying to still watch my weight and be healthy on the trip. I noticed my bananas were gone because she walked over and grabbed my banana and put it in her mouth, started eating it. Keep in mind, you just complained about how this is your food, this is your stuff, don't touch anybody's stuff, but you're eating my shit. I'm not petty, but I was just like, hey girl, like, why are you eating my bananas? And she was like, oh, these are yours? I mean, clearly you didn't buy it, so obviously it's not yours. So needless to say, as that goes on throughout the trip, she's just sprinkling little like negative ass comments to the point where like all the girls were noticing it. At one point, she literally had the nerve to tell me I was jealous of her because we had the same color on. It's giving very insecure. And now she was a tall ass, like very tall ass girl. I'm short. So she tried to say like, how's the weather down there? And I was like, I thought she meant how's the weather in Houston. So I was like, oh, I think it's raining right now. I'm very oblivious to negativity because I'm a very positive person. So once I realized she was like being mean to me and singling me out, I kind of just started paying more attention. Now, we went out one of the days and one of her friends came with us, and this was a male friend, and I guess I insulted him by asking a general question. The question was, I asked him and his friends, had a man ever tried to get at them? I guess they assumed that was me accusing them of being gay, but I'm bisexual, so I was just asking a general question so we could have conversation. Now, that must have upset her because the next day she let me know that I was not invited to go on the boat with her and her friend. But she invited the girl that I had been hanging out with the whole trip on the boat. Okay. Long story short, I was like, F it. I packed all my stuff, got a hotel, and I just flew home the next day because my flight was the next day. But needless to say, she unfollowed me off everything. And I told her to her face how I felt about her. So that's why I'm ready to make this video. But I will literally never girls trip again with a mean girl.
Sometimes those go with the flow, live in the moment people are just really relying on other people's preparations. I went on a trip with this girl, right? And before we go on the trip, I'm like, okay, so are we getting SIM cards? Like, what are we gonna do about the phones? And she's like, well, I'm gonna bring my phone, but I'm just gonna stick to using Wi-Fi. And I was like, okay, but what about in case of an emergency? What if we need our map to get around places? What if we need to order an Uber? What if we need to figure out what time the train's coming? And she was like, no, I don't feel like I need to do any of those things because I just want to live in the moment, not have to deal with my phone too much, not have to, mess with that. So basically the whole trip, and I do want to differentiate, okay, between a vacation and a trip. This was not a vacation, this was a trip. When you go on a trip, it's like city vibes, you're trying to get out, you're trying to see the
things, sightseeing, all that. A vacation is a little bit different. Now, it turned out that we did need our phone. So we needed a phone. And in this case, we had to keep using mine. We're in a foreign country, sis. We don't know where the heck we're going. So whenever we needed to figure out what we were going to do next, I had to pull up Google Maps and figure out how to get there. If we wanted to look up like the best restaurants around where we were, it was me who had to do the Googling of the things because Wi-Fi wasn't prevalent. If we needed to figure out a taxi, it was me. All of these things were left on me because she wanted to live in the moment.
I see why people fall out when they go to Miami. So about 3 years ago, I caught myself going on a last minute girls trip to Miami with like 4 other girls. So we already took a road trip down there. Keep in mind, y'all, like we drove my cars. So we stopping, getting gas and all of this. And I'm stopping. I noticed the first 2 stops, I'm the only person getting out the car to put some money in this goddamn tank. Bitch, that was the first red flag. So when it was time to go to the 3rd stop, I'm like, are y'all putting any money in? And then keep in mind, I'm the only person freaking driving, y'all. So on top of me driving from Atlanta to Miami, which is a 9-hour road trip, I'm stopping, I'm putting gas in here, and y'all are looking crazy when it's time to stop to put gas in my car. So yeah, I turned around, I asked them, I'm like, are y'all putting gas in here? Now, one of the girls did help me out. She only put 10 in my tank. And I'm just like... But I really wanted to go have a good time, so I didn't get to cuss nobody out just yet. So we finally make it to Miami, y'all. It's beautiful in the yams, okay? And we check inside our hotel, and I had to put down the deposit. When it was time to put down the deposit, everybody around here looking like this. Crickets. So I put down the deposit. We go in the room, and we get ready. So we end up going to the beach, y'all. It was a little vibe or whatever at first. And we end up walking down the strip, and we had seen, I forgot what kind of food it is. I think they served like seafood and different things like that. And they were all like, oh, yes, let's go. So we end up walking in the seafood restaurant. So they had like hookah, drinks, all of that, right? So we had ordered a hookah. We had a pineapple drink and a bowl, y'all. It was so damn good. And we just turned up having a good time ordering food and vibing. So we sitting up here thinking about what's the move, what we're going to do that night and tomorrow. So we had made plans for the next day to go on jet skis. And I'm suggesting it. Everybody's like, yeah, that's a good idea. I definitely think we should do that. What time y'all want to do it? So I'm thinking we about to have a good ass time. So after we get done eating, the bill ends up coming, and the bill comes up to like $350. So that's when shit got crazy. So one of the girls was like, oh, hell no, I only got $20. What you mean you only have Bitch, why would you take your ass to Miami with $20? Let's be so for real. So the other girl is looking at her, and she was like, yeah, girl, I'm not gonna lie. My boss didn't even pay me yet. Like, I don't know what he got going on. I'm looking like, oh, hell no. So it was excuse after excuse after excuse as to why they ain't had the money to pay for the damn bill. So one of the girls end up getting up, and she's like, let's just get the fuck up out of here. And she gets up and she leaves. The other ones leave behind her. And I'm looking around like, oh my God, we about to dine and dash in this bitch. I never did nothing like that, y'all. But I got up because I'm not finna be stuck paying the bill. So after that, we head back to the hotel. And that's when I decide to get a whole different room and leave their ass, because y'all got me fucked up. I did everything else by myself on that trip, and I don't even know what the hell they did, because why would y'all even come down here with no money? I'm not finna be stuck with y'all doing shit, paying for shit. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So be mindful who y'all go on the trip with, because they definitely got my ass. And yeah,
Guys, ready for this girl math? Say what you said. Tell the people what you said.
The coffee was free.
And how is the coffee free?
Because it invested into a better day. So if I didn't have the coffee, I wouldn't be having a good day.
That is it. It was, you still had to pay for the coffee.
Kevin, I'm literally doing what you have been telling me to do. I invested my money into a coffee.
You told me
that
is
not
what I meant by invest.
Well, sorry.
God!
Honey,
Yeah.
I got my nails done. I got the viral cherry mocha color. Do you like it?
What? Why do you go? I thought we weren't spending any money.
No, I had cash, so it didn't come out of the bank.
But you still spent the money.
No, I had cash. I didn't put it on the card. It didn't come out of our bank. I had cash.
Did you get the cash from Air? Where did you get the cash?
I had it. Can you just tell me, do you like them?
What are you doing?
The kids needed some new sweatshirts for school, so I'm just ordering them. but I'm trying to add more things into the cart because if you spend $200, it's free shipping, and I'm only at 100, so I want to add a couple more things.
Well, how much is shipping?
$8.99, but if you spend $200, it's free.
Wait, what? So you're spending an extra $100 so you can get it for free, even though you already have $100 worth of stuff in the cart?
I'm not going to pay
and it's
for
only
shipping.
$8 for shipping.
It's stupid to pay for shipping.
It's stupid to pay for shipping.
Yes. To be so proud.
Okay, why?
I just made $150.
How did you make $150?
I did all of our Amazon returns. All of them.
So you
$150 back in the account like that.
So you didn't make
So
$150.
get ready, let's go out to dinner tonight.
You didn't make $150.
It's on me.
Oh my god.
It's on me.
Okay, so I'm going to be explaining girl math to my financial advisor father. So this is just proof that I'm implementing everything that you've taught me financially.
Okay.
Okay, so first, if I return something, I'm making money.
Okay.
Because the money's coming back to my account. So
No,
I made money from that. Okay, if I pay for a dinner with my friends and they all Venmo me, I made money from that dinner.
Okay.
Is it registering?
Yeah, it's not, but yes.
Okay. If I pay in cash, it was free.
Wow.
Nothing got withdrawn.
Because nothing got withdrawn from my account.
I failed as a financial advisor.
Oh, there's more. Don't worry. If I buy something that's more than 30% off, I got it for free.
Now I know why I'm broke.
And lastly, if I book a trip more than 2 months in advance, like flights, hotel, when I get there, the trip is free.
Okay.
This is everything I've learned from my financial advisor father.
I failed.
Stop inviting your broke friend on vacation, okay? Stop inviting people y'all barely know on vacation. If the person seem a little flaky, you trying to make plans and they seem like, I don't know about that, and they giving you the runaround and they not answering questions and calls and texts, guess what? Uninvite them from the trip. You do not need a travel buddy that bad. Y'all know what happened to that young lady who went on this trip with people she thought were her friends that she was making way more money than, and then unfortunately she got unalived. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop inviting these people that y'all barely know to come on girls trips with y'all. Y'all don't know what these people's intentions is. And then people not paying for the stuff they supposed to pay for and they mooching off you while they're on vacation. Here's the thing. If you know that your friend don't got money, and you still invite that friend on a trip and you're willing to like shoulder that responsibility, that's okay. Because I have friends that like, if I invite my friend someplace with me and I know my friend doesn't have the kind of money I have, I know that I'm taking on that responsibility. And that's one thing. But when you know that like you don't want to take on a responsibility for somebody else, and then you're expecting for this person to pay their way, but they have a pattern of showing you that like they're not going to pay their way and they're going to be flaky and stuff like that, why are y'all even inviting these people? Because now you on TikTok and I'm invested in your story time because I want to know what happened next. Because I just did a whole little sit down and I ran through a whole series of some girl who, it was actually two of them. Like one backed out of the trip. The other one ended up going on the trip. Didn't bring no clothes. Didn't bring no money. Or it sounds like she had money, but she wanted to finesse the other girl into paying. And these stories is going back and forth. And there's 3 parts. And don't get me wrong, I am completely invested. But I don't understand. How many times do people got to get on here and tell TikTok horror stories before y'all understand that everybody ain't supposed to go everywhere with you? First of all, everybody don't have the right energy to be traveling with you and be all in a mix with you anyways. So why are we so desperate that, and I wouldn't even call it desperate, like why are we giving people a chance that don't deserve a chance? Why are we taking people places with us that don't deserve to go? Not everybody need to go everywhere you trying to go. And if you don't have friends that like can afford to go with you and you're not willing to pay for them, because if you have friends that can't afford to go and they're a good time and you want to like take them with you, okay, cool. I'm not knocking that, because I have friends I will absolutely do that. I will absolutely do that for, right? But if you know that you ain't trying to pay for nobody and you know these people are probably going to kill your like buzz or whatever the case is, don't invite them. Go by yourself. Go make friends while you get there. I promise you there will be people there who also don't have no friends, who also didn't invite other people on vacation, and they and you will have a great, fantastic time. It saves you a headache. It saves you a TikTok story. Now, don't get me wrong. If you still want to post this story, I am here to watch, listen, and I'm not going to judge. Mostly. But save yourself that headache. Stop inviting people who don't deserve to go places with you, because these girls out here is snakes.
I don't care what nobody says. I'm never doing a girls trip. It's just too much. It's too much drama. It's too much people being jealous of what you're wearing, how you talking, the amount of men that's coming up to you, motherfuckers not having their money, and then be mad when you don't want to pay for them or you're not going to pay for them. You could be nice. You could be looking out for somebody, and they still somehow will turn it around and make it seem like you wasn't there for them or doing enough of. You'll have a person that's feeling left out whole time. They've been standoffish the whole time because they own personal shit going on back at home. They beefing with they boyfriends and they mothers and shit. You got motherfuckers that don't want to do nothing but sit in the hotel room, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. Don't be mad if I get up and I want to go out and do something. And that something may not be just the club. It could be excursions. It could be sightseeing. It could be anything. But if I don't want to stay at the hotel, I'm not staying at the hotel. And don't even get me started on the girls that be boy crazy. Don't get me started on that. Nobody wants to be bothered with a girl who's only concerned about seeing the men. Where the is that? Where the at? You know what I'm saying? Any minute, any chance they get, and that's all they talking about. Don't you have a boyfriend? Then don't even get me started on people not paying their part of the trip, paying their portion, doing their part. Motherfuckers don't want to pitch in for gas. Motherfuckers want to drink the bottle, but ain't pitched in for the bottle. We done been here 3 nights and you ain't put $1 down. Like, I'm not dealing with it. It's too much drama. I'm not dealing with it. I'm cool with going on a group trip, which would include me and my man and some of my coolest, closest friends. But that's probably it. And a couple cousins. But you're not going to catch me going on an all-girls trip, especially with people that I don't fuck with or don't fuck with me or I don't know. I'm not going on a trip with nobody I don't know. You better off going on a trip with a small group of people and mingling with the locals. You're better off doing that. You don't need to gather up this big old group of people so we can take pictures and have matching outfits and go out, do this, do that, and all hell break loose because motherfuckers is not on key. Y'all not on board with nothing. Nothing. And I'm not wasting money and time babysitting nobody. I'm not wasting money and time going back and forth. I'm not wasting money and time having to sleep with one eye open because this bitch might do some shit in my sleep. Not doing it. And I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, y'all just need to go on vacation with people that y'all actually is cool with, that y'all friends with, that actually like y'all. Yes, you're right. But even then, lots of responsibility if they not the type of people that are travel people. Because we not doing that shit we doing at home when we go out. We're not doing that. We're here to have a good time. We're here to vibe. We're here to live it up. If you don't want to do anything, don't come, please.
So we're doing this thing called girl math. It's been trending and I'm just going to get you to react to statements that girls have come up with. It's basically how they deal with money, how they deal with math and all that.
Yeah, our logical thinking towards like buying something or, you know, how we spend our money.
So if I purchase something for $50 and then have to return it, I just made $50.
You've had a win.
If I pay in cash, the purchase is free. Because it's not coming out of my bank account.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. If something is on sale that I usually buy and I don't buy it, then I'm losing money. If I buy something on sale, then I have more money to spend on other things.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, do you agree?
It's always a sale. There's always a sale.
It is better to spend an extra $30 to get free shipping instead of the $12 to get the shipping.
Yes.
If you buy a $400 bag and use it every day of the year, then it's basically $1 a day.
Yeah.
That's fun. See, that's the kind of thing. If I don't buy a latte from Conroy today, I'm making money and can spend double tomorrow.
It's in the budget.
Exactly.
Conway is lovely though. Like, I had a palm there the other day. It was beautiful.
If I get a tax refund, I'm making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically correct. Yeah, you are making money. It is your money. That's right. It's your money. Your money back.
If you go to the doctor and spend $50, but you get a rebate of $20, you've just made $20. James is shaking his head. If I buy concert tickets a year in advance, then it's basically free the day of. You're all just like, this is just garbage. And the last one, $10 seems cheaper than $9.
What?
I knew that would get them. No. It just looks better. $10 just looks better than $9.
Isn't it the other way around?
Yeah, I prefer $10.
$9.99?
$9.99.
Yeah.
$9.99.
And that's all. Thank you.
All right.
That was good.
Goodness, you're gonna have to do some editing.
So today's girl math is that I owe $200 on my credit card, and I also owe $180 on a bill. So I'm going to pay the $200 to my credit card, and once that clears, I'm going to use my credit card to pay the $180 bill. So really, I got 2 bills paid for the price of one. So let me know if you want any more financial advice.
These sandals
look expensive.
cost $900.
Damn.
But if I wear them all summer long, let's just say like 90 times.
90 times in the summer. You're gonna wear these.
It'll just be $10 per wear, which is not bad. It's a lot cheaper than your gym membership.
You don't even know how much my gym membership costs.
It's like $50.
No, it's $10 a month.
Oh.
So we're a month, not a workout.
Ends up being the same thing. Same thing. Gym membership, wearing cute shoes, same thing.
No, it's not.
But if I wear them 900 times, that's just $1 per wear.
Is that
$1
the lady that sold you this? Is this the math she used to tell you to break it down for you? Because that is some dangerous math. Do not. All I heard was 90, 3 months in the summer, 900 times. This equation would make Einstein go crazy.
Well, guess what? I used our credit card, which earns us points. It's an investment because now we're getting points back, which we can use to save more.
So you're telling me that you're going to get paid to wear these sandals at the end of the day?
Yeah, and if I take pictures, that's just part of what I do. It's content creation. So basically, these are like free.
So basically, do you have the receipt to these? I'm going to call the credit card and dispute these charges and say that it was a fraud.
These are free and these are mine.
They're not free. They're not free. That's how you guys get in danger, by listening to this girl math BS.
Yeah. Don't invite me to no girls trips. Don't invite me to none of that shit, because girls be weird. Girls be weird. It's like you can come in with good vibe, good energy, and they still gonna be weird. It's something about your light. It's something about your energy that they just can't take. I went on a girls trip last weekend and I came back in a wheelchair, y'all. Like, I had to be pushed in a wheelchair through the airport. It was my best friend's birthday. She asked me to come to this girls trip. It was supposed to be good vibes, positive energy, escape from reality, because a bitch been going through some shit. A bitch been going through some shit silently by myself. So I needed a break. I needed a break from the universe. And all I ended up with was some fried ass feet. We'll get to that. Tell me why I go on this girls trip. I spend banks to get there too. Let's talk about it. The flight was already $700 to get there. Airbnb, $400. And I'm not coming to no trip, no birthday trip without a gift. So I done already spend bands and sacks and a whole bunch of shit just to make her feel special. So just getting to the trip, I'm off a good, what? I'm off a good $1,500. But that's okay, because when I love you, I'll spend that money for you to show that I love you and I'm there for you. But I ain't spend all that money and waste all that time and energy to come there for a bitch to be weird towards me. This girlfriend that I don't even fucking know like that, I know of her. I know a little bit of her, but I don't know her like that. Weird to me the whole time. Throwing shade at me, being just mean and nasty. And I'm catching the shade, but I'm trying to just, like, you know, pay it because it's somebody's birthday. You know what I mean? So if you don't know, I sell lace glue. I'm on live. I'm doing my friend hair. I'm like, this the best glue. It's waterproof. Y'all need to get this. My friend, she don't like to sleep with wigs on. So she took the wig off that night. The girl gonna tell her, oh, I thought that was the best glue. I thought it was waterproof. Clock it.
Now I'm about to surprise my best friend with the gift. I sit her down in front of TikTok live. I come out with the balloons. I throw them in front of her like, happy birthday. She's crying. I'm like, read this card. It's so special to me. She like, forget the card. Forget the card. Open up the sex gift. Okay, that's weird. As she's opening up her gift, I'm hungry. Y'all ready to go? I'm hungry. Okay, that's kind of weird. But I'm still paying it. I'm not saying nothing to her because I don't want to ruin nobody's trip. So this is the day that the fight ended up happening. We in the car, we all looking beautiful. We getting ready to go out and see what Phoenix is about. They playing hip hop songs, you know, the ranchy ratchet songs. Me and the best friend in the back seat, the girl is driving and another friend is in the passenger seat. Best friend like, can you put on some Summer Walker? It's her birthday. If she want to listen to Summer Walker, put on a Summer Walker. But no, it can't go that way. The girl like, if you want to listen to Summer Walker, you can drive. So she like, bitch, I will drive. So they getting into it. They going back and forth. It's a whole big thing. People jumping out of cars. I got videos of it all, y'all. People jumping out of cars. It's just too much. I'm trying to calm the situation down. I'm like, let me drive. Let me get us to somewhere. Like, y'all just let it go. So her and the birthday girl going back and forth. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation and calm everybody down. But the girl like, I should have been coming for you bitches. You bitches been da-da-da-da. Especially you talking about me. I'm shocked. I'm like, me? What are you talking about? I don't even know you, girl. What are you talking about? I should have been came at you when you said I don't never have my baby. I'm like, I said you never had your baby? I don't even know you or your baby. Girl, what she talking about is the fucking first day or whatever. They talking to her and they telling her like, girl, we wish we could be like you. You got a good support system. You always out of town. You always got somebody to have your baby. She said, huh? I said, they said you always be out of town. You always got somebody to have your baby. That was me talking about her never having her baby. So I'm like, girl, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't even know you like that. I don't know how this girl just turned around and say, girl, we argue. We going back and forth. This girl say, you just a TikTok bitch. That's when I lost my mind. I had on my Givenchy heels. I'm like, let me take these off because I gotta fight this girl. This girl just keep talking to me crazy. But what I did not know is that Phoenix fucking weather is so hot, and they hot is a different type of hot, y'all. So it was 110 degrees. So that means that the ground was 135 degrees or something like that. The ground was hot. Y'all, I took my heels off. I walked up on her. She hit me. We got to fighting. As we fighting, the ground is fucking frying my motherfucking feet. So yeah, that's how I came back home with fried feet. From a girl's trip. I would never do that shit again. I lost so much money. I had to go get my veneer fixed because my veneer came out. And I came home and I'm like, you know what? I need some positive energy. I want to go out. I want to have a good time because I didn't have a good time in Phoenix. And I went out yesterday. I had the best time of my life. I had so much fun. But guess what I came back to? My window busted. What? The Lord, please drop some prayers down because I don't know what the fuck I did. That shit just keep happening to me. But whatever.
When I tell y'all, I will never take a girls trip with anybody who does not have funds. Let me tell you guys a quick story time. So I would like to preface this by saying the trip has not yet happened. However, this is a conversation I had to have with somebody today. So boom, we're in Nigeria for December. I thought it was going to be like Dirty December. It was not. We were in the villages, okay? So it just wasn't as relaxing of a trip as I wanted. So I hit up a bunch of my homegirls. I'm like, let's go to Aspen. Let's do a girls trip. I'll fly out my homeboy who's a videographer who'll do our footage. Like, it'll be a good fucking time. Everyone was generally in consensus. Cool. So I told them, they hit up their friends. So now we got a good group chat going of like, hey, like, where do we want to stay? What do we want to do? And we all kind of came to the conclusion that like, this is kind of like a relaxing time. Like, there's no real plans. If you want to go ahead and snowmobile, snowboard, ski, everyone can just kind of do whatever they want to do. There's no pressure to do any sports. We are not Olympians. We are not training for the end of the fucking world doomsday, bitch. We are just here to relax and have a good time. Cool. One of the friends, the friend of my friend, texts me separately and says, hey girl, do you know the total expenses? Because her birthday's coming up. I want to make sure that I can afford both. Fucking understandable. I'm here with you, sister. We're here together. So I message her back and I'm like, you know, the rental car shouldn't be more than $50 a person. Other than that, like we're deciding the Airbnbs in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me find something within everyone's budget. I am extremely vocal in this group chat. Extremely. I'm sending Airbnbs. I'm sending verbos. I'm sending fucking everything. How do y'all like this one? How do y'all like this one? What about this? How's the rate looking? This is how much it would be per person after taxes. Yeah. Everyone is responsive. Except her. I'm assuming you're not saying shit. You're sitting here in agreement. Because if you have an issue, raise your hand. My friend was like, I don't have enough money to be doing, X, Y, and Z. If y'all want to go skiing for $300, snowboarding for $300, another day this for $300, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not paying for that. Respectfully, me either, bitch. And I'm glad you said something because now we're all on the same page as to what it is that we're trying to do. So I finally send one, yada, yada, yada. It's $500 a person. Is this cool with y'all before I book it? Everyone says yes. She doesn't say anything. Silence is agreement in my mind, because if you have a problem with it, before I book it, you should what? Say that. She said nothing. So, go ahead, book it. When you book it, it makes you put down the motherfucking funds, at least $1,500. Put it down, screenshot it, put it in the group chat. Hey, whenever y'all need to reimburse me, just let me know. I've already paid for it. I'm paying the other half on this date, which is when it's due. Let me know. This was booked on the 26th of January. On the 29th, she messages me and says, hey, girl, I should honestly read the text verbatim, but she basically was just like, hey, girl, like, I don't think that my finances will permit me to go, yada, 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 but also I don't want to inconvenience everyone else by putting my portion on them. And so I messaged her back and I said, ultimately, it's, if it will be an extra $105 per person if you don't go, but it's your decision. I don't know your finances. I don't know anything that you have going on in life. Like, I can't tell you what the fuck to do. I'm not going to tell you to neglect your bills or whatever responsibilities you have to be in this position to just come and fucking lounge around in Aspen. Like, respectfully, no. So she's like, okay, I'll let you know tomorrow. Doesn't message me the next day. So I hit her up the following day and was like, hey, girl, like, what did you decide? Hey, turns out I'm not going to go. I can't really afford it. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. And so I says, okay, because at this point, I'm going to message the group chat. Everyone try to find somebody else to cover this other girl's portion, unless y'all want to pay more money. So we search and we scour the motherfucking earth. We can't find nobody. So today, right, I hit sister up. I'm like, hey, do you mind paying half of your portion? I didn't even say the full portion. I said, do you mind paying half the portion, which is $262 due to the, the last minute cancellation? You did it, yada, yada, yada. I understand that you can't come, but like, at this point, like, the other girls just kind of don't feel comfortable paying that extra amount because it's just something that they didn't allot for. And it's cutting into their expenses, and everyone was on the same page in agreement prior to this being booked. She says no. She says, how much is half? Girl, $262. You scroll up, you see it's $262. She's like, well, no, because I didn't realize that there was a cancellation and you were trying to find somebody else and yada, yada, yada. Every Airbnb, every Verbo, you put money down, and if you cancel it, you get a portion of it back. That $1,500 I put up front was non-refundable. That was going to get taken. So even if you did say, you know what, we're going to cancel this and get a different Airbnb, that $1,500 would have been ate up regardless. So no, that doesn't make sense. And I'm asking you to pay $260 when in reality you owe us $540. I'm not understanding. And she's like, why cancel before? You didn't cancel before. You canceled after the fact. And we sat in that group chat and we asked you time and time again, do you want to go? Is this okay? Does anybody have anything to say about the rates? And nobody said anything. You didn't say no, which means that you're in agreement, yes, of those fucking rates. So now, regardless if you can't go on the trip or whatever the fuck else it is, you are still responsible of your portion, regardless if you're going or not. There's more to the story, but basically the girl was just like, well, I don't got it. Which in my mind, if you don't have $262, you should have never been even thinking about going on that trip to begin with, because you quite literally can't fucking afford it. If you can't afford $262, if you can't afford that, you were never going to be able to afford the trip, and you fucking knew it. Am I the asshole? Like, am I the fucking asshole for even asking her for money? I don't think I am.
I honestly hate being a fucking girl. I hate being a fucking girl. Like, girl math, this shit don't make no fucking sense. This is the best lip balm ever, by the way. Got her during the Sephora sale. Yeah, peep the nails, peep the fit. Yeah, we're matching today. Anyway, y'all, why am I at the mall? To spend some more money to make myself feel better about how much money I just spent. Y'all, I just spent $830.36 to be exact at Toyota. I thought I was spending $350. I went there because my brakes is fucked up. Did I know my brakes was fucked up? No, I'm just a girl. Somebody else got my car and was asking me why my car was shaking and vibrating and percolating and twerking when I hit the brakes on the highway. I honestly didn't even notice that it was doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that. So I did, you know, the responsible thing, went to Toyota to get it fixed. $350, cool. I'm in the waiting room, they gonna call me talking about you can get it fixed for $350, but you really need to get them replaced or else you gonna be back in this bitch getting them fixed again. So that $350 went to $515. Then they started talking about some damn spark plugs and shit. I don't even know what the fuck a spark plug is. And they said the same shit when I had just got my oil change. So at this point, just fucking fix the shit. God damn. Y'all spent $830. I spent $830. But it's okay. Because I'm about to go spend some more money on some shit that I actually want to spend money on. To make myself feel better for the shit that I have to spend money on. Period.
Y'all want to know what my girl math is? Is if I know I have a date, I'm going to starve myself all freaking day. Because why would I go out my way to go get a meal, lose my appetite when I know I have a date and I'm about to go get a free meal? I'm about to go get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. And I'm going to look skinny before the date? Girl, please.